Hello, bright and shiny beacons of light. I'm Michael Sandler, your host on Inspire Nation, here in the, I don't know if you can even see it, can't really see it. That glowing white is pea soup of smoke. My camera doesn't even know what to make out of it. I am at this point between 8 and 9 miles from the nation's highest priority wildfire. I want to say in the nation, but I guess I did cover that. I have an AQI index right now of about 165. There is mild ash falling from the air, but Ruru the chicken appears unfazed and is busy cleaning himself. We are going to have fun tonight talking about how we handle this energy. When I first made this show, I thought of, or this live event tonight, I thought of calling it a Armageddon toolkit. Emergency spiritual toolkit is a little bit kinder and gentler. So what I want to talk about tonight is what in the world do we do when there is literally ash falling on us? Now, with that said, Jessica is usually by my side. She is running the chat room. She's sensitive to smoke. She literally has a the equivalent of a very mild N95 mask on with a hose going to her own portable HEPA 3 filter that she's literally wearing on her chest. Mine's not due in, well, I guess almost till the end of the week. So I'm doing what I can here, but Ruru and I are just kind of hanging out. So I want to talk with you tonight about all of the different ways that we can buffer this energy. With that said, a couple quick notes. First off, if you want to learn how to really transmute energy, go from chaos to comfort. We are having our next our next boot camp on this Wednesday. It's actually every Wednesday evening, and the theme this month is from comfort from chaos. Only $7 to try it out. It's at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Time. You'll come with many of your newfound friends, and you will learn how to find comfort in the chaos, something we could all use. Plus, you'll meet a lot of like-minded souls going through this journey together, and we need that ohana. We need that family. We need that safety net at this time. We also have, beginning Wednesday at midday, we have our mini master class on catapulting your career. We can actually transmute the energy of this time. So, and I'm going to be talking about that tonight. I've got smoke all around me. I have mild, very, very mild, very cool, not hot ashes falling from the sky. And we can actually transmute that energy. And we can especially transmute it for our job, for our career, for our business. So for a very small number of us, we're getting together on the next 4 Wednesdays in a row to have basically a mini mastermind. It's called a mini masterclass, where we are going to work together to up-level your job, up-level your career. We're going to help you build routine. We're going to help you get anchored in. We're going to help you, in my word, I don't know if this is if this is an official word or not. If not, I want to propose it to Webster's and take credit for it. We're going to teach you how to alchemize your energy so that you can up-level everything. And Jessica, I'm sure, is going to put the link to the mini masterclass. That is limited to a very small number of individuals. If you want to join some high-performing people as we get together, wherever you are, even if you don't have a job right now, we get it. If you're stuck in your job, we get it. If you're struggling to find direction, we get it and can help. And if you're looking to take your business to the next level, because this is actually a time where we can 10x everything. We think of this time period, as we're stuck, we're stagnating, we can't move ahead. But what if we flipped it on its head and said this is actually a time period that we can use for maximum growth, and ask ourselves, how can we do this? And so we're going to come together as a group in our mini masterclass and look at that. If you see my eyes darting, I have, well, I can't say I have trained Ruru very well, but Ruru has trained himself very well in staying close. He is going into the bushes right now, I think, to go camp out and breathe some fresh grass and use that as his air filter. We are still working on training him for house training. I've got him coming to the command come about 40%. Maybe that's stretching it. A third of the time, he waits at the front door for us. He is so cool. He is truly our wonder chicken. All right, with that said, and I'll come back to the classes more in a little bit, let's talk about ways that we can transmute energy. In fact, it's interesting. So I went out earlier today. We had a hawk circling the property, and hawks eat squirrels. Apparently hawks can attack chickens, and we decided we don't want hawk threatening our little chipmunks and golden mantle squirrels and regular squirrels and Ruru. And so I'm running around outside with a pair of ski poles making these raven noises, trying to scare the hawk away. And it goes from one close tree to a farther tree to the other side of the ravine. While I'm doing this, I see that our old hot tub, actually it's a hot tub of the previous tenants or owners of this place. The hot tub is where the squirrels and chipmunks live. And there's a side of it that seemed loose. And so I went over to tighten it back down, kind of in Squirrel City. And I'm working on the side of it for just a moment. And I see a tiny little bee buzz by. Not a big deal. Not worried about bees at all. And then I get stung in the face. Well, actually here. And then I get stung here. And then I get stung behind my head. And then I have a swarm of bees in my face. And I'm now running like a loon. Now, I would love to say that in that moment, I was coming from a place of love, coming from a place of bliss. I was transmuting all of the energy. But no, I was trying to outrun the bees and screaming as they just kept stinging me. But afterwards, Jessica mentioned, some of those bees gave up their lives for you. And it's true. And I sat and meditated on a bench, at least 5, probably more like 10 minutes, sending them love. What a simple way we can transmute energy. Literally, just sending those, even or especially, who we are not agreeing with at this time, sending them love. That puts you more in the driver's seat. It drops you down from this head-centered space of, oh my God, what am I going to do? What about all of these bees? And it puts you into a heart-centered space. Or as I train all of my clients, it helps you to become a Zen Jedi Knight. That's what we need at this time. We need to be on point with our emotions. Highly focused, not on the world all around us, but on watching our energy and staying in a heart-centered space. And so for those bees, I'm sending love, and I'm sending love, and I'm sending more love. And so when you watch the news, what I call negative worthless stimulation, when you get the Facebook posts, whatever it is that is freaking you out at this moment, bring it back to love. This especially goes for the negative messages you may be sending yourself. Bring them to love. Oh my God, I can't believe I did that with the hot tub and got stung and bees had to sacrifice their lives for me. Or, okay, even better yet, we have this brand new, or new to us, Mini Cooper Clubman. It's a manual, it's a stick shift. 2017 is the newest we could find in a stick shift. Stick shifts don't seem to exist anymore. And we got a stick shift so we can tow it behind the RV for the upcoming book tour. So I'm driving down the road yesterday, trying out our new little Mini Cooper, and it is so much fun. And we're taking it to the store to do donations, to donate to a local thrift store. And I'm well back of a cluster of cars. I tend not to drive in the clusters of cars. When all of a sudden, crack, a rock flies up and puts a beautiful giant star on the windshield where it will need to be replaced. Just yesterday, brand new to me. I'm looking at the car, I'm going, I've got 24 miles on home on this car. Had to drive it home, but 24 miles since I got home, and I've already got a cracked windshield. Now, I could have been, oh my God, what are you thinking? What are you doing? Why'd you drive so close? I wasn't close. And just really kicking myself. But instead, and Jessica has a no regret policy, and I love her for that. I love her for anything. I love her for everything. But she does have a no regret policy. But I couldn't regret this. What could I have done? What could I have done? And if I had picked on myself, what good would have come of it? Oh, Michael, you're so stupid. Oh, Michael, what an idiot. Oh, Michael, why weren't you in the other lane? Instead, I went to my wounded little Michael, and I'm like, it's okay, little Michael. I send you love. You didn't do anything wrong. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Bring all of your wounds to love. So when you pick on yourself and you catch yourself, bring it to love. When you catch yourself saying shoulda, woulda, coulda, bring it to love. Now, I talked about emergency spiritual tools. How is bringing it to love spiritual? There is nothing more spiritual than love. It's the energy that binds and fuses and holds us all together. Even this crazy smoke that we have all around us. Again, that's my eyes going dodgy, trying to make sure that I know where Ruru is at each moment, and he's wandered off. So we will see if he comes back in just a minute. Bring it to love. Secondly, as crazy as it is, and I wish I could show this to you. It just seems to come out right. Let me try one more time. This pea soup fog of smoke. See, there are mountains behind that tree, but not today. There is a mountain across that valley, but not today. I am swimming in a sea of smoke. However, one of the best ways that I can transmute this energy and feel better fast is actually going to the breath. Yeah, but Michael, how do you breathe when you're in pea soup fog? Yeah, somebody called it just now. Don't even think about breathing through here. Use this for talking, use this for eating, but do not use this for breathing. Why? What does this look like to you? To me, that looks like panic. Or I'm really feeling sick. I'm not feeling good right now. In fact, in nature, almost every animal only does this, minus dogs because they pant off of their tongue, does that when they're in a state of fight or flight. Also doesn't filter air. This, on the other hand, That can be really, really blissful. We were born as babies as obligatory nasal breathers. This means we breathe with our noses. It was the only way we could get mama's milk. And so, if we want to get back into that calm, restful state, we breathe in and out through the nose. It does have the extra added advantage of having a filtration system all to its own. Is it as good as an N95 mask? Probably not. Certainly not when it comes to airborne viruses. However, when it comes to being able to talk to you and stay in a calm place, even though I'm in a place of smoke, it does wonders. Now, somebody just mentioned an interesting comment. Can't breathe through the nose with the mask on. Depends on your mask. For myself, the cheaper masks actually suck into my nose when I have a mask on. But the better masks, the thicker ones too, N95s, actually don't suck into my nostrils. And you may actually do better with them. It's interesting, completely off topic. Bear with me for a tiny tangent, and I'm going to scour and see if I see woo-woo, and I don't. In a minute, I'm going to have to walk with the camera, and we are going to have to go find woo-woo and make sure woo-woo is staying close, because I don't see where woo-woo has wandered off to at the moment. There are devices that you can use that give you resistance when you breathe. And if you're struggling with a mask on when you go out, I recommend you practice with one of these devices when you're home. It builds your lung system stronger, it builds your ability to breathe stronger, and you won't be in that panic place when you have to put the mask on. Somewhere that direction. You see him. Excellent. I can't through the posts. Jessica has just come out to check and see where Woo is. He hasn't wandered off far, but there are these beautiful posts, well, posts that hold up the house here, and or hold up the deck, and he is beyond them, right out of my line of sight. Let's talk about another one. Circle breathing. So we're all energy, and I'm an alchemist. It means I like to play with energy, I like to transmute energy. We are all energy. That's all one of us are. We appear to have a meat suit. We appear to move physicality around. But at the end of the day, we are all energy. What better way to feel better, there's an irony, when our energy feels out of whack? In other words, when our energy is bubbling up and has nowhere to go and is stuck, then circulating energy. And so I like to use a stone for it. This is one Jessica gifted me from Sedona when she went down there right before COVID. And I use this to help me circulate energy. You can just do it in your mind's eye as well. What I like to do is breathe up. I imagine, and I am literally barefoot on the earth right now, which feels good and is a magical way to calm you down. And we maybe wouldn't call that a spiritual tool, but why not get grounded? But what I do is I imagine, and it's real because it's all energy, so imagination is real. If we are all energy and imagination is electrical signals going across in the brain, energy, then imagination is just as real as this is. And since the mind is a creator and creates with our energy, with our thought, our imagination is hugely powerful. And so what I do is I draw up energy from the earth. I draw it up right up through my spine, out my crown chakra, and bring it back around. Up, up through my spine, up, out my crown chakra, bring it around. I'm opening up each one of my chakras as I do this. I am allowing the energy to flow. And by doing this, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. I am getting the energy flowing. I'm feeling calmer. I'm feeling more grounded. Now, when I do it, I tend to do it with this stone when it's available. And I simply breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, bring that energy up. Breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. I like using as much touchy-feely tools as I can. You can also do it with, I am a huge fan, if you can't tell, with beads. Beads are useful for so many incredible purposes. And so I can breathe in, breathe out, circle the energy up, circle the energy down, circle the energy up, circle the energy down. Again, we're simply playing with energy, helping you to get grounded. What else can we do? Hold on here. My notes have gone walkabout. What else we can do? My all-time favorite. Help me! No. My all-time favorite is going to the angels. I'm an Archangel Michael, Raphael, and Gabriel kind of guy. You can be whatever kind of angel, guy, girl, they that you want to be. Pray to the angels. They are there at every moment. They are waiting to help you. To me, angels are always by our side, guardian angels, whatever you want to call them, always by our side, always ready to help. However, other than helping you grab the wheel and pull at the last moment, or helping you stay alive in a situation that you would have died, they don't interfere unless you ask them for assistance. How do we ask the angels? First off, any which way you want. I like doing it out loud or on paper, but you can simply do it in your mind's eye as well. I don't believe there's anything wrong with saying help, as saying please, of having discussions with the angels. You simply have to reach out to them. Now, when I reach out to them, what I like to do is pause after I call in an angel, and I will feel like a brush across my skin or a chill go through my body. I've heard that you can, what does that mean? If we're all just energy, if everything around us is simply energy, then we can transform it into whatever we would like. And I'm seeing the numbers going down, a precipitous decline, and I'm wondering if we have lost video. And now the numbers seem to be coming back up. Maybe video is back. How does it get any better than this? Lost the feed, but it is back. All right. Well, welcome back, everybody. I thought it was because I was talking about angels that everyone was disappearing and everybody was scared away this evening by me talking about angels. And so I was moving on from that, but we can come back to that later on. Let's talk about transmuting energy. What does that mean? I mentioned earlier, mind is creator. What we think about, we truly can create. A couple weeks ago, I'm going, I can't find the car to tow behind the RV. I can't find it. I can't find it. I can't find it. What happens when you say, I can't find it? Well, you're guaranteed you can't find it. And so there was a Wednesday night, I think only 2 weeks ago, a Wednesday night, I said, this is taking too long. I know tomorrow that car is going to appear. I know the car is going to appear. The car has already appeared. It's all going to work out with total and complete flow. The car is here. The car is here. The car is here. The next morning I woke up and I had an email. The car had been found in Minnesota. I missed the second email that said another one had been found in Colorado. I'm happier with the Minnesota one, but it was too cool. The mind is the creator. So we can look at this smoke that's all around us. Well, all around me anyway, hopefully not all around you. And I can go, oh my God, this is bad. Oh my God, this is bad. Oh my God. You'll see I'm turning everything. I'm slowing down and shifting the energy, changing the story just by focusing on my vibration. Ask yourself, what's the energy behind any story you're telling yourself? How does it feel? Oh my God, I can't find the car. Oh my God, I've got all this smoke. Oh my God, the country's trying to blow itself apart. Oh my God, what's happening in politics? Versus even the same words. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Can you feel the difference in energy? It's how you vibrate. You can become a Zen Jedi Knight just by focusing on how it makes you feel. Woo-woo appears to be wandering off in front of me. I don't think he's going to go very far. Yes, he is now turned around like a good remote control chicken, coming running right back to me. These are tires for our car, which we are working to sell before tour. That's a whole nother story. So last night I go to sleep. There's smoke all around. And I could have gone into a place of, oh my God, there's smoke all around. What am I going to do? Now realize, and I haven't discussed this with Jessica in a while, I used to be an asthmatic. I was on Proventil, I was on Singular, I was on Advair, and the list goes on and on. So I should certainly have gone into a place of panic last night and go, what's going to happen with my lungs while I go to sleep? We don't have any AC. I have to keep some windows open. We're in Colorado, which apparently we're in this hot zone. 10, 15 years ago, nobody needed AC. This is probably the hottest, smokiest August. Well, smokiest August for sure, ever. Again, I focused on the story I'm telling myself. Now, it was a couple decades ago, I said, I don't have asthma anymore. I was doing a bike ride across the country, and I ran out of medication. It was a 5,000-mile, 40-day solo unsupported bike ride, and I wasn't about to go home and get some more meds. I couldn't find a way to get them on the road. And so I just kept telling myself how strong my lungs were, how great my lungs were, how phenomenal my lungs were. And I have never stopped. And my lungs got bigger and bigger and stronger and stronger. Bring it back to last night, where I'm going, I've got Herculean lungs, I've got this. But I smell smoke. Yeah. You're at a campground, Michael. You're in a tent. You are kicked back at the most relaxing campground site. There's people with their marshmallows. There's a crackly little fire outside. I transmuted the energy by telling myself a different story. Does it mean there wasn't smoke around? Of course there was smoke. Does it mean that the smoke wasn't perfect for my lungs? Probably not. But it took me out of a fight or flight response, which allowed my lungs to then be able to handle it. That's over half of the, I won't even use the word battle, that's over half of the game. See, we have pain in life. We have pain from suffering. We have pain from attachment. We have pain from the stories we tell ourselves. I do a lot of EFT tapping work with people, and it's a way to diffuse the nervous system. Woo-woo agrees. It's a way to dial back the nervous system. If I'm working with somebody, let's say they've got a broken leg, I've got a broken arm, and their pain level is at a 7, an 8, a 9, or almost a 10, they feel like they need to go back to the hospital. Oh my God. First, I'm going to get them to breathe. Secondly, if I can simply get them to tap on the pain, they stop the feedback loop. See, there's pain. There's pain of certainly getting injected by many bees earlier today. But the pain is probably like a 2 or 3 out of 10. The feedback mechanism that goes, oh my God, I'm in pain. What's going to happen because I'm in pain? Oh my God, what's going to happen because what's going to happen because I'm in pain, and I'm in pain because of what's going to happen. And you get this loop or spiral going. That's the real pain. That's, in a sense, being attached to our pain, but being attached to a pain from a fight or flight or panic mechanism. If instead I can go, I love myself fully and completely, even though I'm in so much pain from the broken leg, from the broken arm, from the bees. I'm in so much pain from the bees. I love myself fully and completely, even though I'm in so much pain from the bees, so much pain from the bees, so much, I won't even tap there. That's for the bees' tongue. What happens? You shed the feedback loop. And now you still got a little pain to deal with, but you have taken the body out of a state of fight or flight. What does bee stings and broken arms and broken legs have to do with the current environment we're in? Well, there is the pain that the body is experiencing, and then there is the panic that is going on all around us. It would be very easy to panic in this political climate. It would be very easy to panic with either COVID, no COVID, this conspiracy, that conspiracy, this person out to get us, that person out to get us. It would be easy to panic with ash falling from the sky. On the other hand, if we can transmute that energy and take it down a notch or many, maybe we can't get to a place of joviality. Maybe we actually can. So I grew up, my friends called my house growing up the crazy house. Why? I love my parents so much. They are definitely rehabilitated in so many ways, and they are so jovial and fun, and I love them so dearly. But growing up, they were insane. And the fights at our house were monumental. They were historical on a daily basis. And so my friends didn't want to come over because they called it the crazy house. How my parents didn't get divorced was a miracle, divine act of God, to say the least. So it was the crazy house. Once I got out of the crazy house, it was many years before I realized to go back. Now, when I go back, my parents are still nuts. They're just happy nuts. I'll take happy nuts any day of the week. But their energy is over the top. I mean, just when Jessica and I call my parents, we have to turn down the phone volume because my mom will literally do something like, ah, when she answers the phone. And that's actually not an exaggeration. So when I visit my parents, I watch my energy. And I say, first on a conscious level, now on an unconscious level, what can I do to balance that energy? What can I do to catch the swirling inside of me and slow it down? What can I do to slow down the pace of my voice, of my heartbeat, of my thoughts, of my everything? It might be going to the breath. It might be slowing down the breath. For instance, a great tool is the 5-box count. Box count to a count of 5. That's simply breathe in, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course, you can do this to a box count of 4. You can even do it to a box count of 3, whatever is comfortable for your lungs. It resets the nervous system. It has you vibrating at a calmer, more in accordance frequency. And I'll talk about our coherence next. And what it does is it starts to calm down everyone around you. We can do this now for the entire planet. Again, we're all energy. We're swimming in a soup of energy. We're actually swimming in the world's greatest musical, the world's greatest symphony. And right now, the tones, the instruments are all out of tune with each other. They're all discordant. If we work on our own frequency, we help bring into vibrational alignment. We help raise the frequency and vibration of everyone. Which means the last note, and then I am going to open it up to questions here, is to breathe in and out through the heart. And yes, Jessica's mentioning in the chat room, we have boot camps on this every Wednesday evening for the next few weeks. It's the theme for August, and it switches theme each month. And so come for a boot camp. $7 to try it. Is finding comfort in chaos. So if you're spinning, if you're swirling, if this is too much at once and you're going, where do I start? Come join us for the boot camps. That's where you start. It's Wednesday evening at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Time, and 6:30 here in Mountain Zone. And you'll come together with a group of like-minded friends where we're going to get grounded as a group. We're going to work on our energy as a group. We're going to help turn you into Zen Jedi Knights as a group. There's group coherence work, there's group clearing work, there's group attunement work. There is so much magic without overwhelming you. Really kind and gentle. But then if you want to take the game to the next level, we have our midday class for the next 4 Wednesdays. Oh my God, is this going to be awesome? We're going to focus on your job. We're going to focus on your career. We're going to focus on your business. We're going to help you get anchored, get grounded, and use the energy right now to actually launch your career, help you find that direction, help you get ahead, help you to 10x your business. And our business has taken off with the energy this year because we're here to serve. We're going to help you figure that out as well. That's our mini masterclass. It's basically a mini mastermind next 4 Wednesdays. And that's a much earlier in the day class. That will be at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, 11 a.m. Pacific Time, and 12 if you're in the Rockies. And Jessica's putting the links down for that. So the last tip, and then I want to open it up to questions here, is breathing in and out through the heart. Woohoo! This is called heart coherence. When you imagine yourself, you can put your hand on your heart right now and do this through the nose. Breathe in through the nose into the heart. And out through the nose. Out through the heart. Into the heart. Out through the heart. In through the heart. And out through the heart. This calms down every system in your body, and you might find yourself with an addictive ear-to-ear grin. You just feel so much better. And so when you're watching the news, the negative, worthless stimulation, when somebody comes home and they've gone completely mad, when your boss calls you, texts you, and just lays a bomb on you, breathe in and out through the heart. You help yourself, you help them, and you literally change the frequency of the planet. There's a project called the Global Coherence Project, meaning the more that we get into coherence as individuals, the more we help change and shift the vibration to the upper room, as Paul Selig's guides call it, as my guides call it, in automatic writing as well. I didn't even go into that. We have a program where you can learn how to take your journaling and turn it into channeling. It's automaticwriting.com. Can't recommend it enough. But you're helping raise the frequency of the entire planet, helping carry us all to the upper room. So with that said, going to answer some questions here. Going to go to this document that Jessica is running here because she is inside with all of these filters on. And I'll give you one more cameo here of, see if we can do this. Ruru. Hi, Ruru. How are you doing? How are you, good boy? What a nice shorts cameo there, too. So it's nice having a chicken down by your feet. There's something that feels really good and loving about it. All right, so let's see if we have some questions. And I believe Jessica is going to type them. Here we go. What was it like recording an interview with Jessica this afternoon? Oh my God, is this going to be a cool interview? I turn 50 next weekend. Yes, that's right. In fact, I don't know if I'll have a YouTube live. I'll probably have a YouTube live. I will probably have a YouTube live. I turn 50 next weekend. Woohoo! 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 How does it get any better than this? How does it get any better than this? It's awesome. It's great. I'm gonna rock this. I'm very excited about it. I'm super excited about it. So Jessica did an interview with me on the mic earlier today. And I'm nervous in interviews. We've done one-on-ones together, or whatever. We've done YouTube Lives events together. But it has been, I don't know, I want to say it's been a year. Probably hasn't been that long. But it's been a long time since we did our last interview together. And she was going to ask me questions. And in the beginning, I was nervous, particularly as I had pressed the record button and 12 minutes and 59 seconds or something like that. And I found out it hadn't recorded, not a thing. We were talking about hawks. We had a hawk circling. I caught that on camera. It turns out it wasn't recorded, and on it went. And it would have been very easy to focus on, oh my gosh, it's not working, swirling energies, we're getting nervous, is the smoke coming in, the light is changing, are we going to, whoa. Instead, I let go of all of it, and I just focused on having fun. And it was a magnificent interview. It went in directions that I never expected it to go, which are often the best interviews. I expected her to ask, the quintessential questions. What do you think you'll do for the next 50 years? What was your best or your favorite? No, it wasn't those cliche questions. It was beautiful, but it was really, really fun. And I think part of that is that we are both in a different energetic place. We can still be spun. And the two of us, if you have a great dance partner, and by that I mean life partner, a great dance partner will spin you. That's their job. And so we can do the Macarena together, but we have both been watching our energy so carefully that we were able to pull it together for a really, really beautiful interview. So let's go from there and let's go to Adrienne Corrigan. How to overcome addictions. Difficult to overcome addictions with present circumstances. Adrienne, it is, particularly if your addiction is in that situation. And this is something I do so much mental programming. I call it like sports psychology, but I can't call myself a psychologist. Sports coaching, we'll call it, where I will take people to the edge of their addiction and bring them back, and then take them a little farther towards the edge and bring them back, and a little farther and bring them back. And so we were talking about, John Assaraf was talking about how he has an addiction to buffets, or to sweets, particularly at buffets. And he was going to a Las Vegas casino hotel where they have the most amazing dessert spread. And he was afraid that he was going to completely blow it with sugar, and he can't do sugar a little bit. He was going to do sugar through the roof. And so what he did is just what I do in my coaching. He, sitting in the comfort of his home, away from sweets, with no sweets around him. In other words, he got the equivalent of got the alcohol, got the cigarettes out of the house. He practiced being at the buffet and then taking himself back to the room. And I would add, and high-fiving himself. He didn't do that. I would say that because I always like to put a reward there. When we're breaking a habit, what we're really doing is installing a new habit. So he would go to the buffet, take himself back without gorging. Woohoo! Take himself to the buffet in his mind's eye, bring him back without gorging. Woohoo! Keep practicing this day after day. And then he would get himself a dessert, one dessert at home. And we practice going into the kitchen and then walking away from it. Woohoo! And then he would practice go up to it and walk away. Woohoo! And then he would practice putting in front of him and walking away. Woohoo! And then picking up a fork and walking away. Woohoo! Now there's a reason. I'm not doing this just for laughs, but I'm going, woohoo! We are not addicted to sex, to drugs, to smoking, to porn, to this, to that, to the other thing, to drama. We're addicted to dopamine. When you can get a greater rush out of turning away from something than the rush you get from doing something, you've got it beat. Now, I've had addictions in my past too, and it all comes down to 10 seconds. That's why things like AA, they have a sponsor for you to call in that emergency situation, or to text, I'm about to have a drink. Because if you can get a monkey in the wheel, please forgive me, monkey. If you can get a crowbar in the wheel, a pattern interrupter for 10 seconds, you can step away from the juice. And so I would first, I would get everything out. Out. Hi, Ruru. How are you? Ruru has just come to join us. This show has been brought to you by Ruru, who is now trying to eat my bracelet. You're not going to take the bracelet, Ruru, are you? Oh, my. Hi, Ruru. So step number 1. Take the bracelet away from Ruru. Take the cigarettes out. flush them down the toilet, put them in the blender or the grinder or the whatever incinerator. Put all the alcohol down the sink. That makes it harder. So we're buying ourselves time. Step number 2, practice in your mind's eye, stepping away from it and celebrating it. Woohoo! Step number 3. Where'd we go with step number 3? Ruru got my attention. Remember your 10 seconds. Do find somebody you can call. Do something you can do as a pattern interrupt. It literally could be that if you need a cigarette or some alcohol so badly that you're shaking and you can't do anything about it. Now, if you're seriously addicted to alcohol, there is a challenge of getting off too quickly. I'm not going to address that. I'm not an expert in that area. But find a pattern interrupt. It could be running around in your house like a chicken. It could be looking up cute and fuzzy bunnies or puppies online. It could be stuffing your face with something that you love or something that you hate. But find something that you can do for that 10 seconds. We'll go back then to the attacking of the food. Find something you can do for that 10 seconds, like watching Ruru, that will take your attention away and allow you to get back control of your mind. So beautiful question, Adrian, and we send all our love and certainly, oh geez, there we go. Was that fun? Oh my gosh. This is called Chickens Gone Wild. And he would say, no, I'm a rooster. So let's talk about that. Let us talk about that. Lynn asked, is Ruru a chicken or a rooster? So when we first rescued Ruru, I was calling him Sylvester and then Sylvester Roo. And I thought he was a rooster. Then we had a friend who told us, no, he is a Plymouth Rock something chicken. And I said, well, I'm sorry about that. Then you are now Ruby Ruru. Well, how do we get the camera on you? There we go. You are now Ruby Roo or Ruby Ruru. And so I was calling her daddy's little girl. Then we got the email this week that said she, he, they is not a girl, and is not a Plymouth Rock chicken, but instead is a cuckoo Moran's. And you can tell because she, he, they has gray legs and not yellow legs, which distinguishes the two. And that since she, he, they is a cuckoo Moran's, she, he, they is actually a rooster. Now, he has been cock-a-doodle-doing in the mornings, has just started, but he is doing that a little bit. So he is getting his morning, they call it crowing on, which is kind of cool, as long as there aren't any neighbors close by. He doesn't have spurs yet, which are these little spikes, which are supposed to form where there's a little dot on his foot. Right there, that might be the start of a spur, although even some females get spurs. So we can't tell for sure, but he does hold himself up proud like a rooster, and he does chase away other little animals like a rooster, and I think he wants to take care of us like a rooster. So what do you think, Ruru? What do you have to say? Are you a rooster or are you a chicken? Thinking about it? Thinking about it? More thinking about it? He's not saying, but I am convinced he is a rooster. With that said, we love everyone and everything. she, he, they, it's all perfect. It's all good. It's all God. All right. Let me see if we have any more questions here. Diane Schmidt. Would something like tapping help to interrupt the pattern interrupt? Diane, I'm going to say yo to that one. Yes and no. Tapping is like the ultimate secret weapon for a pattern interrupt. If you can convince yourself in that moment to tap. In my early years with Jessica, when I would, forgive me, fly the coop and lose my mind, because I am a lot more centered now. Oh my God. I'm sure Jessica will corroborate in the chat. And she would go, Michael, tap, you know this stuff. And I would say, no, because that's the last thing in the world my wounded inner child wanted. First off, to be told to tap. Secondly, to tap, because it's so powerful. Now I can catch myself and do that, but I couldn't at the time. I would have had more luck at the time screaming and running around like a chicken as a pattern interrupt, and then going to tapping, than to say for that 10 seconds quick tap, if you can do it. Oh my God, Diane, is that a powerful way to go? It does take a level of commitment, though. I would put up all over the house, go to tapping, go to tapping, go to tapping. And when you go for the drink, what's interesting, when you go for the drink, the mind all of a sudden becomes slippery. It tells you why it's just this one more time. It's just this one more drink. You're going to be okay. You're going to be fine. It's not a problem. Just reward yourself. Everything is good. Have that drink. It's all right. And it is hard in that moment when you want that seed so badly to say, all right, I'm going to tap now. But if you can do it, how does it get any better than that? All right, Gene Jacobs, greetings. What if you need to stop and tap, but the situation is such you can't be in private? That's like the Department of Motor Vehicles, where I was at 3-4 years ago in New Jersey, and everybody was just a raving loon. And I felt I had to do some deep centering of the energy, and I wanted to go tapping. And so had I gone to, I love myself fully and completely, I love myself fully and completely, I love my, they probably would have carted me away. Instead, I very gently just went like that. Or you could very gently just go like that. And that will take you from a chicken to a rooster any day. All right, let's see if we have any more questions here. We might be good. I'm going to see from Jessica if we have any more questions. Ruru is still by my side. He's standing up nice and tall and proud. He is saying, I am going to own that Mini Cooper. That Mini Cooper is mine. He's going to have discussion with Jessica, although we are going to have a phoenix on the hood of this thing, because that's what we're talking about right now, is we're talking about going from ashes, rising to that next level, to the or something better. And so let's see, does Jessica have any questions here? Bearing with Jessica, seeing if she comes up with a question. I'll give it just another minute. If there are no questions, we will call it good for tonight. What is my morning routine? From Adrian. And Adrian, that's a beautiful question. And we even have an entire program on your magical morning routine. So my morning routine right now has been a little different than it usually is. We've had a big book editor deadline right now, which has been admittedly challenging. I'm really good at writing. I love writing, and I've gotten so much better. I am, that was Ruru shaking his stuff. I am not so great at organizing research materials, though I'm getting better. And so it means that I have had a lot of morning work to do lately. And so my morning routine has changed. I think Ruru is saying he needs down. Ruru, do you need some help getting down? Here, let me help you. Bear with me, everybody. Oh, there you go. We got you. Good boy. The calmer I am, the calmer Ruru is as well. So I've been getting up in the mornings. I say a little gratitude, try to think of something really positive for the morning. I sneak downstairs to my computer. I grab my hot water first, add some magnesium to it and a few other minerals, take my vitamin C, my vitamin D. I go sit by my computer, I go quiet. Then I put on my headphones, got some theta brain entrainment music, and I dive into my automatic writing. And I ask angels, I ask God, guides, I ask universe, I ask spirit of the earth, I ask spirits of the land, I ask elders, I ask my mentors, what do I need to know now? What's going on today? What's the most important thing to hear? And then I go quiet and I just write and I allow those words to flow. There are prayers that take me into this state, help me step down the rabbit hole. It's what I teach in automaticwriting.com. It's what I teach in our book coming out in January on automatic writing. I help you step down the rabbit hole like Alice into Wonderland, or like taking a morning shamanic journey so that you can communicate with your guides. And then it's off to the races. And I write as much comes out as quickly as it comes out. Usually I follow that by manifestation work. Now I do just a tiny bit of that. Usually there's some discourse or discussions with the guides. There's a little bit of a little bit of that going on right now. And then when I finish that, it's time to make sure all the hummingbird feeders are up, if they weren't up already. It's time to feed the chipmunks and squirrels. And so I tell Jessica, she comes downstairs. We sit with the chipmunks and squirrels. The sun comes up. I'm a gazer. I'm watching the sun. We've got chipmunks in our lap. We do that for a little bit, shorter time than usual now. And then I boogie on downstairs to get Ruru out and dive into my writing. This weekend notwithstanding, this weekend I actually first got up even earlier, went out for a run or a skate first, then got Ruru out and dove right into my writing. Everything has been more compressed during this time of getting this book out, but I do my best never to skip my automatic writing. It is my oxygen. It helps me stay centered, and I set intention each and every morning. Right now, clearly the intention is getting the book out, but it is also how calm can I be? How slowly can I do things? How much can I stay in this Zen Jedi night state? Will I remember it for 5 minutes? If so, great. 5 hours, great. 5 days, well, that would be phenomenal. But when I set the intention for the day, I now have my North Star. And everything follows from having your North Star. Without a North Star, we feel lost. We're going about the day on autopilot at best, and like a spinning top at worst. And I'm looking and I'm going, there's where Ruru is. A spinning top at worst. If you say to yourself, today's a book day, today's a calm day, today I'm going to focus on my energy because the whole world is freaked out. Today there is a fire. All I'm going to do today is concentrate on packing, on double checking my insurance, and in making sure I can leave on a moment's notice. If you set that intention, then at the end of the day, you won't be going, what happened? At the end of the day, you won't be going, I didn't get anything done I wanted. At the end of the day, you won't be going, wow, the entire day I was completely spunning off my rocker. because at least for a few minutes, you were grounded and anchored with your intention. All right, beautiful question. Next question here, and we'll keep rolling for just a little while longer, as long as the questions keep coming in. And so the next question here is, I think, the funniest of the day, and that is, who is the captain and who is the stoker, the person who sits in the back seat of the bike? Or do you flip a coin? Edward. Jessica is the captain. No matter what position on the bike she physically holds, which means I am technically the one pedaling the bicycle from the front. But rest assured, she is in charge. And I know it, and I know it. Love you, Pookie. All right, let's see if we have any other questions now. Where'd my document go? That's a Word document for the book. History of Automatic Writing. I like it, but that's not where we're at. No more questions, so let's give it a minute, and I'm checking and scanning if I see Ruru. Yep, I do see Ruru. And let me see if I can give people, while I'm waiting for the next question to come in, I'm not sure, but it is glowing orange now. I don't believe it's the fire. I think it's just what's in the air, or the sun trying to cut through it. I don't know if we're going to be able to see that it is glowing orange. Nope, the camera can't pick that up. But normally, this is a mountain valley, and you can barely see anywhere because the pea soup smoke is so thick right now from the Grizzly Creek fire. Somebody just asked me, talk about angels. And Tessa, it's interesting. I've had 2 near-death experiences, and I'm convinced if there hadn't been guardian angels by my side, I would not be here now. And so I believe angels are here at each moment. Angels are always by our side. Angels are always willing to help out, as long as we ask. I don't believe there's anything as asking too much. I don't believe there's anything as asking a right way or a wrong way. I think it's just important that we ask. Do we have our favorite angels? Certainly. Different angels we call at different times? Absolutely. One angel that we call upon above all else, I go to 3. That's Michael, Raphael, Gabriel. Every day, all day. I am trying to live in ceremony, or you could say in angelic ceremony, meaning in communion with the angels all day long. Do I succeed? Oh, heck no. Do I keep working on it? Oh, heck yeah. But there's nothing that I won't ask them. There's no assistance that's too large or too small. Angelic assistance doesn't always come in the form we want. For instance, if I go, angels, guides, light workers, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Gabriel, and I do this because I'm continuously creating Taurus, a flow of energy all around me. And so I'll go Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, it's also angel wings, Archangel Gabriel, or the phoenix wings. And I'll say, thank you for my $1 million. Please give me $1 million. Thank you for my $1 million. I tend to do it in the form of gratitude, any which way you want. And then you go, $1 million hasn't shown up. Ooh, I want to show you guys something that just has. I want to show you, I wonder if we can see this. The orange sun, which has just appeared. Let's take a walk for 2 steps. I don't know if you can see that or not on camera. Nope, you can't see it. There is an orange sun at the moment. Forgive me for distracting us with the camera. But the angels didn't give me my $1 million, but I just asked for it. Why didn't they give me my $1 million? Well, because everything comes to you for your highest good and the highest good of all. So you ask for the $1 million, and I'm guessing that the angels pull out your records, not if you've been good or bad, but they look at your life path, your life plan, and they say, oh, Lucy said, Okay, let me try one more time and see if we can get that orange sun. I'm going to turn the computer here to see if I can see it. It's angled toward the sun. There we go. Let's get the aperture. That sure doesn't look like sunlight, does it? That is the sun right now. And that was a hummingbird going by. So, universe gives us what we need for our life path. Now, if you have been doing the work and are vibrating at a high level, and the universe looks, angels look at your life path and says, $1 million would help you right now, then you ask for your $1 million, you're going to get it if you step forward. Life's a two-step dance. I want my $1 million. Well, it's not going to appear. I want my $1 million and I'm going to build a business, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that. Yes, then it will appear if it's in your life path. But it never hurts to ask and ask more and ask more. But I would also ask, what can I do to get that $1 million? Why do I want that $1 million? And then there's the open-ended question, or the higher level question that you can ask. Angels, why does $1 million, it's also called a lofty question, why does $1 million come to me so easily? And allow the angels to answer that one for you. So let's see if we have a few more questions, and then we will wrap things up. Lucy, how long do you sun gaze for, Michael? And I'm going to say this. This is what I always say about sun gazing. I am a gazer. I've been a gazer for almost 20 years now. I can't recommend it for anyone. I would love to see some science behind it. To me, it is giving me vitamins. It is giving me nutrients. It heals my body. It helps me feel better. It resets my internal clock. It helps me to sleep better. With that said, for me and me alone, and I am not recommending it, it depends on how close to the horizon is, Lucy, and it depends on what time of year it is. So this time of year, the sun is the strongest in the northern hemisphere. And because of the way our mountains are situated, the sun, I don't see it until it is well above the horizon. And so I will only look at it right now until it is, if I've been training, if I've been doing a lot of gazing, I'll look at it until it is just above the horizon. If, like lately, I have not spent as much time gazing as I'd like, I will only watch it until it's halfway above the horizon, because my horizon is not the true horizon of the Earth. It's up 10, 15 degrees. And so I'm not actually getting the gentlest rays, you could say, of the sun. Now, when I used to be able to see the horizon, it could be for many minutes. In Hawaii, it might be for 5 or 10 minutes that I would do it, because it was so flat and so low. I do believe that they're getting in those red waves of light do wonders for the hormonal balance, do wonders for all the systems of the body, and we're all energy, and you're soaking up amazing energy. But I cannot recommend it. And if you did do it, please start slowly. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Jade Music, can you visually see the angels, or is it all a feeling? Many people can. I haven't been gifted with that, at least yet. And again, all of the gifts that come to us for our life path. So maybe I'm not seeing angels yet, because that would distract me from the show. And maybe it's someday I will see angels. Who knows? For me, the angels feel like feathers running up and down my arms, getting chills through my body, getting chills through my spine. And each and every time I call them in, and I played with this morning. I was calling in my angels and calling in my guides. And so I'm going, good morning, Archangel Michael. Ooh, okay, got that one. Good morning, Archangel Raphael. Yep. All right. Got that one. Good morning, Archangel Gabriel. And I was going through, I also, for my prayers, for doing automatic writing, I'll invite mentors. I'll invite spirits of the earth, spirits of the land. And I was checking in with each one of them. most of them were strong. Some of them are very, very weak. Strongest one I actually get is a pet who passed away last year, Mole. And when I call him in, the whole body just kind of shivers. And so I like to feel the angel when I'm going into communication or communion with them, if possible. Now, if it's, I'm driving down the road and it's a holy crap moment, I'm just calling them in. I'm not waiting to actually anchor in and feel them. And let's see if we have any more questions here. And then if not, I'll give you guys one more look at the sun as it gets lower on the horizon. It is now a brilliant, fiery red ball. It is not a normal looking sun at all. In fact, I shouldn't be looking at it now because it is so high up, but it is just a fiery red ball. So let's see if we have any more questions. And I'm going to check and see if I see Ruru. Ruru is singing. Why the Phoenix? Right now, so the Phoenix is going to be our new logo. I'm going to say it is our new logo. The Phoenix is going to be on the hood of the car. The Phoenix is our logo has been shining light on the world. And we are, that is, I feel that's my mission at least, is to shine light on the world. Help raise consciousness, raise vibration. And we can be more specific about that, but I'll leave it there for now. However, individually, I've had 2 near-death experiences over the last 15 years. Jessica has had mold toxicity poisoning. We have both had 3 miscarriages, and on it goes. Not a poor me, woe is me, poor us, woe is us. But through each of these experiences, we've been able to transmute that energy and come out stronger, come out better, come out more heart-centered. Woohoo! How does it get any better than this? We have risen from the ashes. Well, it's kind of ironic, or maybe it isn't, that, wow, am I in a pea soup fog of smoke right now, of which there is literally a little bit of ash coming down, and we get to rise from these ashes. But it's not too metaphorical that we are all going through this right now. I can't help but smile because this topic is so awesome. You mean we get to rise from the ashes? We get to be reborn? We get to reinvent ourselves? I got my 50th birthday next year. I got my 50th birthday next week. Awesome! Why? I get to completely reinvent myself. I get to look at everything that's done. I get to say, what do I want to keep? What do I not? We are all capable of something so much more magnificent, so much more spiritual, so much more grand, so much more phenomenal, fantastic. Yes, Rue, exactly. Than we ever imagined that we could be. Yes, he's having some water right now. And he's singing. Good, Rue. All right, so maybe time for a couple more questions. I can go till the bottom of the hour. What do we have? Roller Girl, Astro Travel. I used to do a lot of that kind of stuff, of zipping around out of my body in meditation. I do not do that really anymore. Not that there's anything wrong with it. It just hasn't been a hobby that I've entertained. I remember when Jessica and I first met, we were going to a meditation center in Boulder. And there in the meditation center, they gave us meditation. The irony is to stay at the meditation center, we needed to take meditation 101. We were well down the rabbit hole at this point, but we entertained it. And we said, all right, let's do meditation 101. And they said, no astro travel. You're not allowed to leave your body. Bad, bad, bad. And I just thought that was kind of humorous. Can we leave our bodies? Absolutely. Do we want to leave our bodies? It's a personal choice. Why do we want to leave our bodies? For me, more than, oh, you're quite singing right now. You're really happy right now, aren't you? He is singing up a storm. The ironic thing is he is next to a chest, which has chickens and a rooster on it. Hard to see from this angle. While I don't so much do astro travel, what I want to practice and get better at right now is my lucid dreaming, and I don't focus on that enough. But we can travel in our dreams. We can learn from masters in our dreams. Can people hear Rue? Now it's gone silent. But he was singing up a storm a minute ago. Of course, he'd go silent. But I'll stop speaking the minute he starts again. But lucid dreaming is a way that we can travel and we can go meet masters. We can go experience unbelievable things, and I can't recommend it enough. He's just going to keep singing now. Edward Katie's going, astro travel is cheaper. Yes, right now it's also astro travel is COVID safer than any other type of travel. All right, let's see if we have one or two more last questions here. Let's see what we've got, and then we'll give you one more. Whew, that orange sun is just outrageous. Do we have one or two more questions? And then we will call it good. And if not, oh, here we go. Yes. So do we have classes up this week that you can join? We do. We have two very special classes. First off, if you want to find comfort from the chaos, you want to join us and Ruru, who will be apparently on the mic. You want to join us this Wednesday evening for our boot camp. It's only $7 to join. We do this every Wednesday night. This month's theme, we have a different theme each month. This month's theme is finding comfort from chaos. So we're going to help you as a group to up-level your energy, to clear away blocks, to feel better fast without overwhelming you. And it'll be this Wednesday evening from 8:30 or at 8:30 Eastern Time, PM, at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Time, and 6:30 here Mountain Time. And it is just a beautiful, beautiful class, about 75 minutes, where we will come together and together work on shifting your energy, getting you feeling better, feeling more connected to others. And we have fun. There will be singing? No, there'll be dancing, and there'll be woohooing. There'll be occasional puppets on camera, but that's a story for another day. Do ask me about Southern Comfort, though, who would just love to make an appearance. But we have so much fun. So that's Wednesday evening. And then we have Wednesday midday, if you really want to take things to the next level. If you really want to shift your life, whether that's your job, whether that's your career, whether that's your direction, whether that's your business, we have a Catapult Your Career for Wednesday class. That is phenomenal. Are we going to do clearing work? You betcha. Are we going to help you blast past blocks and subconscious wounds? Absolutely. Are we going to help you figure out direction? Yes, 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 yes. And are we going to be alchemists together as a group, transmuting energy to take your job, find a job, take your career, take your business to a new level? Yes, 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 yes. And we're going to anchor you in with a routine, with a structure, to make it easier to do this, especially during this crazy, smoky, completely unstructured, wild, wild west of a time, so that we can transmute your energy and have you, I'm looking at the sun, no pun intended, although Edward says own your puns, on fire. And that is a very, very small group. That's why I'm calling it, it's a mini masterclass, but I'm calling it a mini mastermind, where we are going to come together as this small, intimate group and learn and grow and support each other and help each other from an intentional, energetic point of view to catapult your career, to up level your life, and to shift everything. So with that said, and I know Jessica is posting the links here, let me see one more time if we can share, we meaning me, can share the, I don't even think I can say fantastic or phenomenal, but share the burning sun with you. For those who didn't catch the beginning, we're between 8 and 9 miles, hopefully closer to 9 miles from the nation's #1 priority forest fire in the whole country right now. I guess that means nation. And so we are socked in with smoke, and it is a crazy red sun above us right now. So let me see if I can share that with you before I let you go. And I now have birdseed, which is loving, all over the desk here. So let's see if I can wander out here and show you. There it is. I don't know how to get a, there we go. I'm not sure how red it looks there. Don't know how to get the best angle on it. But that is not a normal sun. And what you can't tell, or maybe you can tell, is, yep, there's a hint of mountains now in the distance. Depending on the angle, there you can see the smoke and the hint of mountains there. Those mountains should be crystal clear. And over here, you can see into the valley a little bit, which is pea soup smoke. That should be crystal clear. And there should be a mountain behind it, which is not visible today. So what does that mean for us? It means that as soon as I finish this, we are going to go take photographs of everything in the house. We are going to look at what we need to pack up. We've watched the winds carefully. We are very, very safe. But there is, to me, 2-3 days out, which will be fine, is where if the winds stay in a certain direction would be the most chance of it coming even remotely close. And so I want to make sure that we have everything in order just in case. I am such a faith guy. I am such an angels guy. I feel loved. I feel supported. I feel completely safe. And I'm a two-step kind of dance guy, which means that I will, how'd the expression go from, I had a teacher, a professor, who worked in nuclear arms control when Gorbachev was in office in Russia. And they were doing, I think it was the SALT Treaty at the time. And his expression was, trust but verify. And so I trust that everything is going to be great. I trust that we will be safe. I trust that as the miracle has taken place, because this fire started a week ago today, no homes will be burned. Everybody will be safe. And I pray all the animals can make it out as well. But while I trust that this fire will thread through and not harm a single, at least human soul, and a single structure, I will trust and verify, meaning I will take photographs and pack up what needs to be packed. So with that said, I think we are good for this evening. I can't wait to see you this Wednesday for our mini masterclass midday for catapulting your career, or for our boot camp on finding comfort from chaos Wednesday evening. Ruru will be in attendance for both of these events. He is sleeping, resting. He's still singing right over here. He's just a couple feet by my side. But I can't wait to see you at our classes. Love you guys so, so much. Yes, Edward Katie, what's the opposite of rain, rain, go away? I would be doing rain dances. In fact, I'll do that tonight, Edward. Jessica and I will crack out the drums, and we will do a rain dance and drumming thing tonight. I wonder if we can actually put that on Patreon. I didn't even mention that. Jessica's been posting all of these behind-the-scenes videos of Ruru, of myself, of the mini, of everything, and you can find out about that at patreon.com/Inspire Nation or Inspire Nation Show. I'm not sure which it is. Jessica will know which one that is and may post that as well. But you can follow all of our videos, and maybe we can get the rain dance up on there as well. Ruru, would you want to do a rain dance? I think he said shine bright. Love you guys so much. Keep on shining bright. Here's that patron link one more time. I think Jessica is putting it down there. There we go. Patreon.com/Inspire Nation. Love you guys so much. Thank you, Pookie, who's in the house with the air filter on, surrounded by air filters. Thank you so much for running everything. Love you guys so much. Let it rain. 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 Love you guys. Ruru, do you want to say goodbye? Love you guys.